Hi everybody, Carol here. I'm back with another pendulum pour. This time I'm going to use two 5-ounce cups. I'm showing you how I figured out I would do it. I'm stapling them together in the center. Okay, I double stapled them there, see? And then I punched holes, one in each cup, close to where I stapled it so that the weight will be balanced right in the center. If I had put it on the sides, I'm afraid that it might have pulled the cup apart at the bottom. So that's the string I'm using. It's just some kind of twine. I figure out the length I want, and I cut it so that it's a little longer than I need it. Then I just tie it to each cup. As you can see. And then last but not least, I string that metal plumbing thingamabob my husband gave me straight through, and you'll see in a second once I hang it like that. See that? That keeps it together and weighted, because you definitely need some weight to do this pendulum pour and have it stay on a nice steady track as it's going around and spinning. See, so I'm checking it out. We're good height-wise. And we'll see how this goofy contraption works. There you go. That's what it's going to do. Now, I took a giant jumbo thumbtack and punched holes, one in each cup at the bottom, and I even dug it a little bit, make it a little bigger, and then I put a piece of painter's tape to cover the holes temporarily. Want to make sure that the canvas is centered. And then I zoomed in here so we're a little bit closer now to watch it. And yes, I'm wearing a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt. Okay, so I've got 24 karat gold, and I've got magenta, and I've got metallic blue, and I've got my Saks True Flow heavy bodied acrylic white. Now I'm going to take my metallic blue, put one drop of treadmill silicone, and stir that up. That's a 3-ounce cup, and it's maybe half full, so it's really only about 1.5 ounces, so one drop will do it. So now I'm going to put white in the bottom of both cups. Then in one of the cups, I'm going to pour in the blue metallic with the silicone from on high so that it will sink. And it's sunk somewhat, not completely. I'll put a little white on top of that. So in the other cup, I'm going to pour in the 24 karat gold Decoart from up high, and that semi-sunk also. And then the liquitex magenta, which I also have some metallic red mixed in with it. And I poured that from on high. So now we're ready to go, and I just have to figure out where I'm going to swing it from and how I'm going to hold the cups. I decided to hold them at the top where the staple was, so that I kind of had them both evenly held. And I just pulled the tape, and there we go. This was really cool. But of course, right away I noticed that it's streaming, pretty thin stream, and I'm mostly seeing white. So I'm thinking, what's going on? Where's the other colors? But they do start eventually coming through. Now you're going to see me stop a couple times here and have to make the holes bigger because you may not be able to see it from your end, but one of them would clog up and the other one wouldn't, and then I see the magenta pouring out there, and then the other one would clog while the other one was working. So one lesson learned there is, even if it seems like, boy, a giant hole will make it just pour out, it needs a bigger hole. Either that or thinner paint, and I really don't want to go thinner with the paint. I want it to hold its own. Just like I painted my base there and let it dry so that it wouldn't absorb any of this coming down onto it, so that it would stay crisp, the lines. Oh, and the base is black mixed with brilliant blue from Artist Loft. And my black is my Saks True Flow Heavy Bodied Black. And there you see I put a little smudge in the middle there, but I will fix that and you won't even see it when this is all over. So I just kept grabbing it. Once it got to the center, pulling it over and making the holes a little bigger because there was a lot of paint left in the cup still, and I wanted to make sure that colors came through. And it's funny because it seemed like a lot didn't come through, but then once I torched it and let it sit, suddenly you see the magenta, you see the gold, you see the blue, and even the gold popped up like little pearls somewhat inside the lines, even though there was no silicone in that. It just did its 24 karat gold thing. But this was so fun. Now, I definitely learned a lot. And I've got another 16 by 20 canvas, so I'm definitely going to do this again with bigger holes and see how this turns out next time. I use my usual medium, which is 2 parts glue all and 1 part water. That's my go-to medium. It works great for me. Then I mix it 1-to-1 with my paints. All that'll be in the description below, along with all my information about my Instagram, my Facebook, my Etsy store, which I really need to update, and how to contact me, the paints I used again, and my medium. So make sure to check that out below the video. And here you see me just doing a little touching up. I just used a little bit of white. And then once I torch it and everything, that completely disappeared. So now I just gave it a really, really good torch. And before I take it down for the close-up, I waited about half an hour so that things could develop. And boy, did they. It is so cool. Wait till you see it up close. There's so much going on in the little stripes. So I already know what I'm going to name this one. I'm going to name it String Theory. Because it looks like silly string. But I'm just really, really pleased. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, share this video. And here we go. Look at that. Look at the gold and the magenta and the blue, everything popping through. I just think it is so cool. The pattern's really neat. I'm pleased. I can't wait to see it completely dry. And I'm very glad that I put a base down and let the base dry. So this would definitely sit on top and not dilute or anything. So that's it. So I'll see you next time. Do this again. And until then, thanks and have a great day.